Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
All right, back at it again. Second film session. You may see this as the third film session that goes up or the fourth, but this is going to be the second film session I'm recording. Tyler Nubin. Shout out to Tyler Nubin. Today, we're going to be covering him. This may be out again the same day as another film session, but we're going to throw this out here. Make no mistake about it. Tyler Nubin, the Giants' second round pick this year, is a rookie, number 31. But he's a grown man. He's a grown man. He's got bills. I mean, you can't tell me this man hasn't been paying bills for the last 3 or 4 years. He's a grown man. Because the way that this guy throws his weight around on the field is crazy to me. I mean, I think we really got a guy. We obviously can't hit people like how folks were getting hit in the 2000s. But he's going to bring a kind of physicality and presence to this team day one. So I can really see it. Some concerns were his athleticism. I think the dude is fast when you turn on this tape. And I think he's decisive. And I think, again, you know, the old adage, anything that he lacks athletically, he can make up for with film study and decisiveness. Whether it's his actual speed or whether it's his decisiveness, the dude is fast on tape. So without any further ado, let's get straight to it. So how many times, you know, do you think that there's going to be a pulling guard that's like, okay, you know, maybe I'll run into a linebacker. I better brace myself. Maybe I'll run into, you know, a 330-pound defensive tackle. I might have to be ready for that. But no, if I run into a DB, I mean, that's great. Like, I'm sure when they designed this play, when they said we want this guard to pull, we would absolutely love it if this guard is matched up with the head full of steam, by the way, if he's matched up against a safety, against a DB. So let's play this. This 62 is gonna run this gambit. He's gonna pull here. And he's like, I mean, he's got to be excited. He's got to see 31. At first I think this was like a surprise. But either way, he is surprised. Because just take a look here. He's going to pull. And 31, with little momentum, is just going to put him on his tail. Just put him on his tail. This guy was not prepared for what he ran into. I mean, everybody was surprised to see 31 put this guy on his tail. And this isn't a guard. Like, this wasn't a blitz where he just, you know, ran into a guy that was standing still. This guy has a full head of steam. He's there to make that block, and he still gets laid out. Like, Tyler Nubin blew this run play up because the guard that was supposed to make something happen here, I mean, got blown up. Crazy stuff, man. All right, so what would you say are the best qualities for a safety? I mean, besides all of the things, when you think of intangibles, you probably want your safety to be feared, right? Well, guess what? This is about, 15 snaps in Tyler Nubin's career? And take a look at this tight end. I think this is the play where Drew Phillips, shout out to Drew Phillips, he only played 7 snaps, but I'll have a video coming out about him. I have a couple of things to say about him. But focus back on Tyler Nubin, your deep safety, or your he's not the deepest, but he's playing safety. He's kind of creeping down here. But take a look at the collision that he has. It's not even a crazy collision, but take a look at the tight end that collides with him. And just look how he's scared. Look how he's decisive coming off the line of scrimmage, and then he just kind of calms down. And this is actually a receiver. This isn't a tight end. But nonetheless, just take a look at how he's decisive, and then he just kind of stops his feet and is like, oh, that's that guy. That's that guy that just put my offensive guard on his tail. I don't really want to collide with this dude. He just kind of hesitates a little bit. Something I noticed, and Tyler Nubin kind of blessed him. He didn't really hit him as hard as he could have. But it just kind of shows like, I don't want to deal with that. And that's something that you want out of if people are scared to get hit by your safety, I mean, you have an asset right there. And this is just another play just full of physicality. I mean, the dude is a beast. Before we even get into any of the extracurricular, the coverage, all of the other things, the X's and O's that you think about, it's just like a physicality that changes the game. And 31, again, as I just highlighted, he's going to crash down on this receiver and put him on his tail. I mean, this is a guy that played like 20-something snaps, and he already set the tone. I guarantee you guys that watch this dude on film are going to be like, okay, yeah, I don't want to get caught by this dude in the open field. All right, so in this next play, you got Nubin as your deep safety here. He's your only deep safety. And listen, I don't know what was called here. I don't know if this is a hybrid coverage. Could be a hybrid coverage, but it looks like everybody's playing man, and Trey Hawkins down here is confused and he's playing the wrong defense. It looks like he's playing a cover 3 kind of defense and everybody else is playing man. So like I said, could be some kind of special coverage, but I'm pretty sure Trey Hawkins messed this play up. So what you have is a busted coverage. And I just want you to take a look at 31. I'll just let this play, folks. Listen, I always say I'll let it play. I end up pausing it. I'm going to move my hands away from the keyboard and I'm just going to let this play. So look at Nubin dropping back and look how quickly he closes down here. See, I let it play. That wasn't that hard. Look how quickly he closed down. After seeing that this coverage was pretty much busted, Trey Hawkins is able to understand that coverage is messed up. So Nubin has got to cover this guy. Or maybe Nubin was supposed to have him. But I doubt they would assign Nubin, the receiver, all the way on the other side of the field. So once he notices that, Trey Hawkins fills in, going after that deep route. But just look at the closing speed here. All right, this time we got Nubin deep again. And this is pretty simple stuff. Just good discipline on this play action to continue to move him backwards. Because a lot of safeties that you see that are aggressive safeties, and hopefully this is a play action. I'm pretty sure it is. But a lot of times on play action, you see a lot of these safeties start to take some steps forward. But he kind of trusted himself and continued to drop back. Pretty sure this is a play action. Yep. So he just drops back, continues to drop back, and has eyes on the quarterback. Continues to look at him. And if you stop before here, as the quarterback drops back, he's looking to get the ball to where Nubin is covering. And because he's doing such a good job, he ends up trying to check this down, getting about 3 or 4 yards instead of the big one. So nothing crazy. He didn't do anything spectacular in coverage, but he stayed disciplined. And if this ball gets thrown here, he's going to be able to undercut that with this receiver and hopefully come up with an interception. So this right here is our first action of seeing him manned up against the tight end. And that's, of course, something you're going to have to do a lot of. Isaiah Simmons, I think, will probably handle most of that. But it seems like they kind of used Tyler Nubin in a similar way in this defense. But let's take a look here. Let's highlight him here. Nubin is going to be manned up with this tight end. And he does a decent job. Not a crazy route. Not a tight end that's going to be making big plays this year. But does a decent job. Has that outside leverage here, but is able to stay balanced enough to be able to cut underneath if that ball is thrown. So as you can see, he's clearly underneath this tight end. So if this ball is thrown to this tight end on this inside break, Nubin is going to be intercepting that. So you love to see that. I think the most important thing in today's game for safeties is going to be able to cover those tight ends. If you can't do that, there's no way you can justify being paid as a good safety in this league. All right, we got Tyler Nubin here. And you want to talk about film study. He knows exactly what's going on. He's looking at the alignment. He's saying, I think they ran a screen early in the game where Deonte Banks kind of just cleaned that up. But anyway, I think that's the exact same screen. But Tyler Nubin notices it. And the way he crashes down just shows, like I said, whatever his 40 time is, I don't care what it is. But the speed that this dude plays with, we're going to play it in real time, like I said. Just watch him crash down. And he misses this tackle. He's going to have to make this tackle because this is how big plays are made. But the decisiveness, I love. The speed, I love. You just have to make that tackle, which is okay because they clean up after him, but you got to make that tackle, man. Got to make it. All right, next play, Nubin. Again, this guy doesn't know if he's a safety or if he's a linebacker because he does things that linebackers do. Now, this is a tight end, but guess what? This tight end, I mean, he looks like he's at least 240, at least 240. And Nubin just engages with this guy at 200 pounds, gets off the block, and gets in on his tackle. It just shows that he's not afraid to get his nose in there. He's not afraid to mix it up. And this is exactly what we need from our safeties. Exactly what we need. If they're going to be playing around the line of scrimmage, they got to be able to get off these blocks, be involved in that run game. And that's exactly what he's doing and what he's willing to do, as you've seen time and time again. And then this last play is not really a highlight at all. It's not even a play that he made, but it's just kind of showing that he's always around the football, as he's going to be coming from this side of the field, crashing down. And let's just take a look at it. I just appreciate that he's in the frame of most of these times to clean up if these tackles aren't made. So again, that screen I talked about was in a different formation that I talked about earlier. But nonetheless, you're going to see Banks come down and make that nice play. And if he's going to break this tackle, guess what? He's going to get laid out by Tyler Nubin. So that's what I appreciate there. He's always around the football, always there to clean up. And that's all you can ask for out of a safety. Be physical, be around the football, play your assignments well, don't give up the big play, and be a leader, which it seems like he's already doing as a rookie from what I'm hearing. So we'll just camp out with this screenshot, and I was really impressed. I was really impressed from Tyler Nubin. He did look decisive and speedy on camera, on tape in college, but at the same time, I wanted to see it in the NFL, and I really believe that I did see it. I think he definitely has, like I said, the speed to play in the NFL. I think he's decisive. I think he's going to be a physical player. And I just can't wait to see more of him. Now, they have Dane Belton ranked above him on the depth chart right now, so I'm not sure if he'll be your third safety to start the season off, but I'm very sure that by the end of the season, he's going to be one of your starters, or they'll do a lot of three safety stuff. But really, really good player, from my opinion. I think he's going to be a good player from the start. I think him being in college for so long has shown that, he's not really afraid to come down and get in the trenches with the offensive lineman. He feels like I said, he feels like he's been paying bills for the last 4 or 5 years anyway. So, again, excited to see this dude next week. Excited to see him during the regular season. And you guys let me know what you think down in the comments of Tyler Nubin's first game as a New York Football Giant. If you made it this deep into the video, come on, just hit the subscribe button. I make Giants content primarily, draft content secondarily, and during the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of reacting to pretty much most of the NFL games and everything NFL. So if you made it this deep, go ahead and join the D6 squad.